Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Holt, the College and Career Counselor at Chomna Dalton School. Today, I would like to do an introduction on the college process here at CDS. So, number one is my philosophy. My philosophy is to work collaboratively and proactively to guide each student to the school most comfortable for them and family. In other words, this is a process that involves myself, the student, and the family, of course. I kind of make an analogy to the student is the driver of the car. I am the GPS who tells the student which directions they can go, and the parent is in the back helping us to choose the right direction. So we are all in the car together, and we will get there to the college. So, a little bit about my background is I went to the top counseling program for a master's degree in counseling, and I am an all-around counselor, not just a college counselor. It is important to know that your child is developing in three important areas: academically, socially, and emotionally. It's very important that we pay close attention to their social and emotional development because right now is a big time of change for them in their lives, especially as they move abroad to America or Europe or depending on where they go. So, traditionally, Korean culture focuses so much academically about the performance of a child, they sometimes lack the social and emotional consequences of so much schooling. But not here. This is a Western style school, and I will make sure to address any social and emotional issues that come up that I see important going forward as a college student. Welcome to America. Now speak English. So, I have worked on the other side. It can be quite a shock for students. I know what it's like for an international student to arrive to America. I worked at an international student counseling department in America, and the cultural adjustment can be difficult. So it's very important that I prepare the student with as much information as possible before they leave to America. Part of that will be understanding where you're going to be living, what the culture is like there, making sure there's a good transition with a counselor or somebody on the other side to welcome them. Maybe even getting them a part of the Korean student associations that are most universities and colleges will probably have. Okay, so let's talk. A lot of this will be pretty detailed things. That if you have any questions, my calendar is open to make appointments with. But what should I be doing during my junior and senior years of high school? These are probably the most crucial years, in particular junior year. So let's take a look at that. So fall of junior year. You want to research colleges on Naviance, collegeboard.com and princetonreview.com. Since Naviance is sort of more used for our admissions process, most college counselors use Naviance to help them with their admissions process. I actually recommend using collegeboard.com and princetonreview.com to get a good review and research of different colleges that are of interest to you. They are both great websites. Also, make sure to keep your resume on Naviance updated with all extracurricular activities. So not only just the colleges that you want to apply to, but make sure that your scores are updated and that all things that you do, including clubs, sports, employment, volunteer activities, honors, awards, if you have a resume, put that on there. And I'll be very proactive to make sure that the Naviance is used to its full extent. Okay, so fall of junior year, keep your grades up. So improvement does count. Actually, if we step back a second and look at all these things I mentioned, clubs, sports, extracurricular activities, the most important thing really is your grades. So make sure to keep them up. Junior year is extremely important for your GPA, and so please note that the grades that you have junior year will be likely to really propel you into college, as that will reflect on your GPA as a senior. Also, maintain a good rapport with your junior teachers. These are the people who will probably give you your recommendation letters to college because they've known you for a year. And also, it's always kind of good to have a continual practice. So why not sign up for the SAT question of the day at collegeboard.com and practice a question of the day. If you do that every day, I'm sure you will have some sort of comfort level with the SAT when the time comes. Okay, winter of junior year. Study hard. Remember how important junior grades are for GPA and college apps. So you have a break, which is coming up, and what do? Well, read a little bit. It's important to keep your reading up, to keep your language skills up. Continue your extracurricular activities. If you're involved in any, please continue them. Plan a challenging senior year curriculum. So it's going to be very important that you sit down with me and we make sure that you take the proper classes senior year. And that means if you want to get into certain colleges, taking certain AP courses, but at the same time, I don't want students taking AP courses if they're too hard, because the consequences could be pretty bad if you don't do well. So we need to make sure that we are collaborative and making sure the senior year course load is the proper one. Alright, SAT, ACT testing. Outside of grades, this is the other most important driving force in terms of getting you into college. So if you're considering applying to college, early action or early decision, take your SATs twice in the junior year. Actually, the more you take your SATs, the better, because you'll probably improve on your performance. Register for your SATs by April 8th if you would like to take it at CDS on May 7th. Register for the SAT by May 5th if you would like to take it at CDS on June 5th. Now, these underlined dates are actually the late deadlines, so these are the last dates to apply. Be sure that you know your dates, because early enrollment is actually about 2 months before the actual test. So try to enroll early instead of waiting until the very end. Also, prepare. Don't just show up to your SAT without any preparation. Make sure that you're feeling very comfortable and confident about taking either SAT or ACT tests. Okay, so for the first time ever for you for free, the Khan Academy has teamed up officially with the College Board to be the official partner for online practice. Khan Academy, for some people who know and for those who don't know, has really grown and developed as an online tool used to teach students for free, and it's a great resource. So for people who also don't know, in March the new SATs will be starting. It's redesigned. So if you want to get to know what the new SAT looks like, go ahead and go to Khan Academy .org to see what the new redesigned SAT looks like. See personalized practice recommendations, so things that help you practice. Stay on top of important SAT dates and news, and practice anytime, anywhere at no cost. So I know that many students will go to academies, Hawkwons, and get a lot of practice there. But in any case, they can go ahead and record at any time, anywhere at no cost. So you can visit this at www.khanacademy.org/SAT. So that's Khan Academy, khanacademy.org.